light is still on in the room where you left me. Your coffee went cold on the edge of the sink. I kept your last text like it might turn into mercy, but midnight just laughs at the fool that I think. I still hear your shoes on the floor by the doorway. I still turn my head when the house makes a sound. I swear I can feel you in half of the silence, like you never left, you just never came down. Was it something I said when I looked at you crying? Was I too slow, or were you already gone? I replay our silence like a crime scene at sunrise, searching the moment where I loved you wrong. I called you at 2 and the line was just empty. No answer, no breath, not even a goodbye. That kind of quiet could break a strong man open and leave him still standing with tears in his eyes. I told myself, wait, maybe time will fix it. I told myself she'll see what I meant, but the more that I waited, the more I kept sinking into the truth I was scared to admit. You read my heart and walked away, and it hurts because I never stopped waiting. I kept a seat in the dark by the window, like a shadow would come back saving me. You read my heart and walked away, and it hurts because I still keep praying that the love I gave you quietly breaking would be enough to bring you back to me. There's still a crack in the blue by the hallway from the night you threw keys and said, don't follow me. I can still hear you laugh through the wall of September, like a song that got stuck in the years between. And I saved every picture you almost deleted, every little thing you forgot I would miss. Now I live with the ghost of the life that we promised, and I wake up each night trying not to relive this. I don't miss the fight, I miss being found. I don't miss the storm, I miss your hand. I don't miss the leaving, I miss who I was when your voice made a broken man understand that somebody could love him and still disappear, that somebody could stay while already gone. Now I sit with my fear like a friend at the table, and it tells me the truth when the whole world moves on. If I had one more minute, I would not be clever, I would not pretend I was fine. I would say I was scared when you looked through me, and I let forever run out of time. I would say I blamed your silence for leaving, but I never once asked what you heard in mine. And maybe the saddest thing I can tell you is I loved you too late, but I loved you in time. You read my heart and walked away, and it hurts because I never stopped waiting. I still hear your name in the rain on the roof. I still fold my lies just to hold the truth. You read my heart and walked away, and it hurts because I still keep praying that the love I gave you, quietly breaking, would be enough to bring you back to me. You read my heart and walked away, and it hurts because I never stopped waiting. I kept a seat in the dark by the window, like your shadow would come back saving me. The light is still on in the room where you left me. The light is still on in the room where you left me.
They say love don't cost a thing, that's what everybody says. But I've been paying every day for all the promises you left. I paid in sleepless midnight hours, I paid in memories I keep. I paid in every crowded room where you're the only one I see. Tell me why I'm still carrying your goodbye like a stone inside my chest, getting heavier every night. They say love don't cost a thing, but yours is costing everything. My peace of mind, my sleep at night, the man I was before goodbye. They say love don't cost a thing, but yours is costing everything. My hopeful heart, my brightest days, and somehow I'm still here to stay. Même si tu ne reviens pas, I spend my future on you, maybe bet my world on your return. Now every road I try to follow ends where all your bridges burn. People tell me time will heal it, people tell me let it go, but they don't hear your voice at midnight coming back like an echo. Tell me why every memory still survives when everything else fades away. You remain behind my eyes. They say love don't cost a thing, but yours is costing everything. My confidence, my faith in faith, the dreams we drew but never made. They say love don't cost a thing, but yours is costing everything. My quiet nights, my peace within, and I'd probably pay it all again. even after all these years. Maybe love is not a treasure. Maybe love's a beautiful scar. Maybe some hearts keep on breaking because forgetting is too hard. They say love don't cost a thing, but yours is costing everything. Every song, every prayer, every moment you're not there. They say love don't cost a thing, but yours is costing everything. My second chance, my last goodbye, the tears I hide behind my smile. They say love don't cost a thing, but yours is costing everything. And if tomorrow brought you back, I'd probably lose it all again. Même si tu ne reviens pas, même si tu ne reviens pas. They say love don't cost a thing, but yours is costing everything. You tell the story like I was the villain, like I woke up one day and decided to break us apart. You pointed every wound with my fingerprints on it, but never mentioned the scars you left on my heart. I know I had flaws, I know I made mistakes, I know there were nights when I couldn't say the right things. But love doesn't die because one person failed. Love dies when two people stop trying. I wasn't easy to love, I know that now. I carry my fears into every conversation, turn small problems into storms. Sometimes I needed reassurance more than I knew how to admit. And maybe I held on too tight, maybe I asked for too much, maybe I made you feel tired when all I wanted was to feel chosen. But that's not the whole truth, 'cause you stopped reaching for me too. You stopped asking what was wrong, stopped telling me what hurt, stopped letting me into the places where your heart was breaking. You built walls while I was still trying to fix doors, and somehow when everything collapsed, you handed me all the blame.
'cause love doesn't just disappear without both of us letting go. Do you remember that old apartment? The one with the leaking window, where we'd sit awake at 3 in the morning, talking about names we'd give our future children. Back then, we weren't keeping score. Back then, you were my enemy. We were just two imperfect people trying our best with what we had. So how did we become strangers, arguing over who ruined what?
Doesn't just disappear.
That's the part that keeps me awake. 'Cause if it really vanished, then why do I still think of you every time the rain hits my window? Why do your words still echo? Why does your absence still hurt? Why does my heart still reach for someone who's already gone?
Love doesn't just disappear.
It gets buried under pride, under silence, under resentment, under all the things we never said.
Love doesn't just disappear.
So why are you blaming only me? I know I wasn't perfect, but neither were we. I hurt you, you hurt me. I closed some doors, you lost some keys. And somewhere between our mistakes, we lost something beautiful.
Love doesn't just disappear.
It slowly breaks beneath the weight of two hearts waiting for the other to make the first move. So don't just blame me, because the saddest truth is this: if we had fought for us the way we fight over who ruined us, maybe we'd still be together. You tell the story like I was the villain, but love doesn't just disappear.
Doesn't just disappear.
Love doesn't just disappear. So why am I the only one carrying the blame?
I still check my phone when I can't sleep, like somehow your name might appear after all this time. I know it sounds pathetic, but some habits don't leave when the person does. Part isn't that you live, it's that life kept moving. The sun still came up, people still laughed, the world kept spinning. While I sat in the same pain, trying to understand how someone who once called me home suddenly feel so far away. Everyone said, give it time, as if time was some kind of medicine. But nobody told me time doesn't heal every wound. Sometimes it just teaches you
but it never did. I saw someone who looked like you yesterday. Same hair, same smile for one stupid second. My heart forgot the truth and started running toward a future that doesn't exist anymore. It's amazing what heartbreak does, how it can make a grown man carry hope long after hope should have died. The truth is, I don't cry the way I used to. The tears don't come every night, but sadness changes shape. Now it hides in quiet places, in empty passenger seats, in unfinished conversations, in all the things I was saving to tell you someday. Maybe that's why this hurts so much. Not because I lost you, but because I lost the person I thought I'd become with you. The future we built, the plans we named, the ordinary moments I was looking forward to, they're all gone. And nobody talks about that part. Nobody talks about morning, the life that never happened. I thought missing you would get easier, but some nights it feels exactly the same. Like you just walked out yesterday, like my heart never learned the difference between letting go and being left behind. I thought missing you would get easier, I really believed it would. But every version of tomorrow still seems to have a space where you were supposed to be. I still check my phone when I can't sleep, not because I think you'll call, but because some part of me still hasn't learned you're gone. And maybe that's why missing you never got easier.
You asked me where I was every evening, even when I came straight home to you. You searched my eyes for signs of leaving while I was trying to make it through. I gave you mornings, gave you weekends, gave you every piece I knew to give. But somehow every time I reached you, there was another test to live. And I never understood why love had to stand on trial every single day. You wanted answers before questions, promises before the fear. You wanted certainty forever while I was standing right here. You counted every little failure like evidence against my heart, ignoring all the ways I loved you long before things fell apart.
doesn't keep score. It doesn't make you earn tomorrow. It doesn't hold a door half open just to watch somebody beg to follow. True love doesn't keep score. It doesn't measure every heartbeat, but you always did. You always did. Remember when we sat in silence, watching headlights from the porch? I thought that peace was what we needed. You thought I wasn't trying more. You never saw the quiet moments as proof that I was still around. You needed grander demonstrations while I was building solid ground. And maybe you were scared I'd leave. Maybe someone left before. Maybe all your broken memories were standing at our door. But I was not the ghost that hurt you. I was not those other names. Still I paid for all their damage. Still I carried all their blame. The saddest thing I ever learned is that love can lose to fear. Not because the feeling vanished, but because doubt stayed too near. You kept asking for forever, while forever held your hand. And the more I tried to prove it, the less you seemed to understand. True love doesn't keep score. It doesn't ask for proof each morning. It doesn't turn affection into a never-ending warning. Oh, true love doesn't keep score. Trust the things it cannot see. I gave you all I had to offer, and somehow there wasn't enough to keep. True love doesn't keep score. It simply stays when life gets hard. But you always counted everything until there was nothing left to count. You asked for proof until the proof was gone. You asked for proof until the proof was gone. And I still wonder if you ever knew. True love doesn't keep score, but you always did. You always did. Begged for love like I was begging for my life. Down on my knees in the middle of the night, I gave you every piece of me I couldn't hide. And you still left, and you still left.
vuelvas más. I stopped sleeping when your heart stopped calling. Started talking to the ceiling instead. I learned how loud an empty room can get when you're haunted by the words you never said. I wasn't asking for forever, I wasn't asking for the moon. I just wanted you beside me when the darkness filled the room. But I watched your eyes grow distant, like a train I couldn't stop. And I knew you were already leaving long before you actually walked.
Nowhere vas más,
Nowhere vas más,
nowhere vas más.
nowhere vas más. Do you know what desperation sounds like? It's your name breaking inside my chest. It's calling someone who won't answer while pretending everything's for the best. I kept fixing what wasn't broken, I kept carrying all the blame, trying to save a house from burning while you were striking every flame. You saw my tears, you heard my prayers, you knew exactly what I feared. And somehow that wasn't enough to make you stay here. I begged for love like I was
Begging for my life.
holding on to us with trembling hands all through the night. I was drowning in the silence while you watched from the shore. I begged for love like I was begging for my life. But your goodbye had already won the fight, and you still left. You watched me fight for us and still chose to go. You saw me breaking, you saw me falling, you saw how much I loved you, and you still love. I begged for love like I was begging for my life. Nowhere was mine. I gave you everything, and you still love. Now I beg for love like I was begging for my life, like a man underwater reaching for the light. I gave you every promise, every dream I had inside. I beg for love like I was begging for my life. But some hearts leave long before goodbye, and you still left, and you still left.
Nowhere vas más,
Nowhere vas más,
nowhere vas más.
nowhere vas más, nowhere vas más. And you still Every door I knocked on led nowhere. Every bridge I built collapsed again. I kept showing up with both hands open, but your heart never let me in. And that's the part that hurts. Not that you left, but that I tried everything before you did. There was no hope in your love and me. There was no hope in your love and me. I tried and tried and tried and tried, but everything I tried failed.
There was no hope in your love in me.
I tried and tried and tried and tried and tried, but everything I tried failed. I learned your favorite songs by heart just to hear you smile. I stayed awake through countless nights just to make sure you were alright. I swallowed words that broke my chest just to keep the peace. I carried battles that weren't mine just to keep you close to me. But love shouldn't feel like begging. Love shouldn't feel like proof. Yet every day I stood before you, trying to earn what I already gave to you. There was no hope in your love and me. There was no hope in your love and me. I tried and tried and tried and tried, but everything I tried failed.
There is no hope in your love in me.
I tried and tried and tried and tried, but everything I tried failed. Remember that winter night? You were crying in the passenger seat. You said, "Please don't leave me." Funny how life can change, 'cause now I'm the one holding memories while you're holding somebody else's hand. I gave patience, it failed. I gave understanding, it failed. I gave forgiveness, it failed. I gave my whole heart and it failed. I gave more chances than I can count, and it failed. I gave years of my life and it failed. I gave everything I had, everything I was, everything I dreamed, and it failed. It failed. Everything I tried failed. It failed. Everything I tried failed. Maybe some people are not meant to stay. Maybe some hearts are already gone before they leave. Maybe I wasn't losing a battle. Maybe there was never a battle to win. Because how do you save a love that never wanted saving? How do you hold on to someone already letting go? And how do you blame yourself for a door that was never going to open. There was no hope in your loving me. There was no hope in your loving me. I kept believing if I loved you harder, you would finally see me. But all my tears, all my prayers, all my waiting, all my years couldn't change what you decided, couldn't make you choose me. There was no hope in your loving me, because everything I tried failed. Every door I knocked on led nowhere. Every bridge I built collapsed again. I kept showing up with both hands open, but your heart never let me in. That's the part that hurts. Not that you left, but that I tried everything before you did. There was no hope in your loving me. There was no hope in your loving me. I tried and tried and tried and tried, but everything I tried failed. There was no hope in your loving me. I tried and tried and tried and tried, but everything I tried failed. Every door I knocked on led nowhere. Every bridge I built collapsed again. I kept showing up with both hands open, but your heart never let me in. And that's the part that hurts. I still wake up reaching for your side of the bed, even though it's been so long. The clock keeps moving, but some nights never ended. And somehow your memory stays strong. I tell my friends that I'm getting better. I laugh when they ask if I'm alright, but the truth still sits beside me every evening and follows me home every night. Maybe some people are meant to leave us, but never meant to leave our souls. Maybe goodbye only changes the distance, not the place where love still grows. Palagi kang nasa puso ko, kahit wala ka sa piling ko. Sa bawat luha, bawat dasal, ikaw pa rin ang dahilan.
Hindi kayang burahin ng panahon ang mga pangakong naiwan noon. Kahit saan man tayo dalhin ng mundo, palagi kang nasa puso ko. I found your picture inside an old drawer, the one we took before the rain. And suddenly I was 20 years younger, standing beside you once again. The smile you wore still breaks me softly, the way old songs can break a man. Because memories don't ask for permission, they simply arrive when they can. And every road I travel without you still somehow leads me back to the person I was when you loved me, before my world went dark. Palagi kang nasa puso ko, kahit wala ka sa piling ko. Sa bawat luha, bawat dasal, ikaw pa rin ang dahilan. Hindi kayang burahin ng panahon ang mga pangakong naiwan noon. Kahit saan man tayo dalhin ng mundo, palagi kang nasa puso ko. If heaven lets broken hearts remember, then I'll remember you forever. If time can heal, why does your name still sound like home whenever I whisper it? And if love survives beyond the leaving, then maybe we're not truly apart, because every piece of who I am now still carries your mark.
Palagi kang nasa puso ko,
Hanggang sa huling tibok nito, sa bawat gabi,
bawat gabi,
sa bawat araw,
bawat araw.
ikaw ang aking ilaw. Hindi man tayo muling magtagpo, hindi mawawala ang pag-ibig na ito, hanggang matapos ang lahat ng taon. Palagi kang nasa puso ko, palagi kang nasa puso ko, palagi kang nasa puso ko. I still wake up reaching for your side of the bed, and maybe that's because you'll always be in my heart.
look beautiful standing in that black dress. I look nervous with my dreams in my hands. You wanted a future painted in diamonds. I only knew how to love the best I can. You asked me where we'd be in 5 years. I pointed at the stars above our street. You wanted answers written on a paycheck. I thought 2 hearts in love would be enough to eat. Maybe I was foolish, maybe you were right. Love doesn't pay the bills, but money can't hold you at night. I watched your eyes change little by little. Every time another bill arrived, the girl who used to kiss me in the doorway started measuring our worth against our lives. And someone came driving something expensive, wearing confidence money helped him buy. And suddenly the promises we made together looked too small inside your eyes. I still remember that rainy Tuesday evening. You cried before you walked away. You said, I love you, but I need more than love. Those words still echo every day. She chose the goal, and I was left holding the love, like Beauty and the Beast, but the ending never came. I gave her my heart, she followed the glitter, and somehow I'm the one carrying the blame. She chose to go, and I was left holding the love, watching our forever disappear into the night. Maybe money bought her everything she wanted, but it couldn't make what we had feel right. I heard you living somewhere much bigger. The pictures make your life look like a dream. Fancy vacations, expensive celebrations, everything exactly how it seemed. But I also heard the smile doesn't stay long, and silence fills the corners of your home, because some things can't be purchased by a number, and some kinds of wealth can't be owned. The hardest thing I ever had to learn was that love and money speak different languages. One builds houses out of concrete, the other turns empty rooms into places people miss. But she chose the goal, and I was left
'cause I would have given her every tomorrow, even if I had to build them day by day. But she chose the gold, and I was left holding the love, the beast without the castle or the crown. But beauty fades and fortunes change like seasons, while the love I gave still hasn't let me down. You look beautiful standing in that black dress. I look nervous with my dreams in my hands. Maybe I never had enough money, but I had enough love. Maybe I never had enough money, but I had enough love.
She looked like an answered prayer, like every lonely night was finally over, like every scar I'd carry was about to heal. I saw sunshine where there was a storm coming, but nobody sees the rain when the sky is dressed in gold. She knew all the right words, knew exactly what my broken heart needed. She called me forever before she learned my middle name. She painted pictures of a future that felt too beautiful to question, and I believed every single one, like a fool desperate to be loved. Now I sit here wondering how many red flags I mistook for roses. Don't let love fool you. All that glitters is not gold. Some hearts shine like diamonds, but leave you standing in the cold. Some promises sound honest until their story's left untold. Don't let love fool you. All that glitters is not gold. I remember introducing her to my mother, the smile on my mother's face, the way she whispered later, "Son, don't let this one go." I wish life gave warnings, I wish pain wore a name tag, I wish betrayal announced itself before moving into your house. We had pictures on the refrigerator, movie tickets in a drawer, vacation plans on the calendar, and wedding jokes we laughed about. Funny how memories survive long after relationships don't. Funny how empty a room can feel when it's full of reminders. I wasn't perfect, God knows I wasn't, but I showed up, I stayed, I tried, and sometimes that's the hardest part, knowing your love was real, even if theirs wasn't. Don't let love fool you.
words spoken. Don't let love fool you. All that glitters is not gold. But don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying don't love. I'm not saying build walls or lock your heart away. I'm saying look deeper, listen longer, pay attention to actions. Because words are cheap when feelings are expensive. The hardest lesson I ever learned wasn't that she left. It wasn't the sleepless nights or the tears or the silence. It was realizing the version of her I love most never really existed. I fell in love with who I hoped she was, not who she turned out to be. Don't let love fool you. All that glitters is not gold. Some people enter your life to teach lessons, not stay. Some smiles hide secrets, some kisses hide goodbye. Some beautiful beginnings lead to painful endings. Don't let love fool you. All that glitters is not gold. But when real love finds you, you'll never have to guess. You'll never have to chase. You'll never have to beg. Because real love doesn't sparkle. Real love stays. She looked like an answered prayer, like every lonely night was finally over. Now if somebody asks me what heartbreak taught me, I'll simply say, don't let love fool you. All that glitters is not gold.
I used to think love was enough, that if you gave your whole heart, it would stay safe in someone else's hands. But life has a way of teaching lessons you never wanted to learn. And tonight I have a question, not just for myself, but for everyone listening. Would you still believe in love after love lets you down? Would you still believe? Would you still believe? When the person you trusted most becomes the reason you can't sleep, when every promise turns into a memory, and every memory turns into pain, when you spend months trying to put yourself back together after somebody walked away, would you still open your heart again? Would you still believe in love after love lets you down? Would you still believe? Would you still believe? Because I wanna believe, I really do. But some scars
Would you still believe in love? I know I'm not the only one who's cried in an empty room, who stared at an old photograph, trying to understand what changed. I know I'm not the only heart that still carries somebody's name long after they're gone, long after they stopped carrying yours. Would you still believe
In love after love let you down?
Would you still believe? Would you still believe me? Maybe believing isn't about certainty. Maybe it's about courage. Maybe it's choosing hope even when experience says don't. Maybe it's trusting again, knowing exactly what heartbreak feels like, and loving anyway. Because the truth is, love hurt me,
Love broke me.
love left me staring at ceilings at 3 a.m. asking questions nobody could answer. But love also gave me memories that still make me smile. And maybe that's why I haven't completely given up. Would you still believe?
In love after love let you down?
I wanna believe, I wanna believe. Would you still believe when forever falls apart?
I wanna believe.
I wanna believe
Would you still believe?
when the tears won't stop. I wanna believe, I wanna believe. Because a broken heart still beats, and maybe that's hope. Would you still believe in love after love?
Let you down?
Would you still believe after being forgotten,
Would you still believe?
after being replaced? Would you still believe after giving everything? I wanna believe,
I wanna believe.
I wanna believe. Even after all of this, maybe that's what makes us human. The fact that after all the pain, after all the disappointment, after all the nights we swore we'd never love again, a small part of us still whispers, what if? Would you still believe in love after love?
Let you down?
I wanna believe,
I wanna believe.
I wanna believe.
I wanna believe.
Would you still believe? Would you still believe? I carried your storms like they were my own, held up your world when mine was falling apart. You said forever with tears in your eyes. So tell me why forever ended in the dark.
learned your fears before I learned your flaws. Memorized every scar you tried to hide. I gave you the safest place inside my heart. Yet somehow that's where you said goodbye. I remember that winter on the old apartment floor, when we had nothing but each other and a dream. The heater barely worked, the rent was overdue, but you smiled and somehow life felt complete. Back then you held my hand in crowded rooms, like losing me was something you feared too. Now strangers know your laughter better than I do, and I still don't know what happened to you. Where was I wrong? Was it the nights I stayed awake just to hear that you got home safely? Was it the way I listened when nobody else would? Was it loving you on your worst days when even you couldn't love yourself? Tell me, where was I wrong? Because I've searched through every memory like a man looking for something he lost in a fire. Every conversation,
Every silence,
every broken promise,
every tear,
every I love you, trying to find the moment you stopped choosing me.
where was I wrong in loving you? Where was I wrong in staying true?
I gave my heart, I gave my soul. Why was that still not enough for you?
Where was I wrong in holding on?
When you were already moving on, I carried us when you let go. Now I'm left here walking alone.
Where was I wrong?
Where was I wrong? Tell me, where was I wrong in loving you? Maybe the hardest thing to admit is that you didn't leave because I wasn't enough. You left because you could, and I kept believing love could make someone stay. I thought loyalty meant something, I thought effort mattered, I thought if I loved hard enough you'd never walk away. But love is in a chain, and hearts don't always return to the hands that held them gently.
Where was I wrong in loving you? Where was I wrong in seeing truth?
I saw forever in your eyes while you were already saying goodbye.
Where was I wrong in fighting still
When all you wanted,
was to leave?
I built a home inside my heart for someone who never planned to keep it. Where was I wrong?
Where was I wrong?
Where was I wrong?
Where was I wrong?
Tell me, where was I wrong in loving you? Where was I wrong? Where was I wrong? Tell me, where was I wrong in loving you? I carried your storms like they were my own, and I'm still trying to understand where I was wrong. like nothing happened. Don't hold my hand if your heart's halfway gone. I can feel the distance when you stand near me, like you already left, but you're still hanging on. You say you care, but your eyes keep running, like you're too scared to say what you mean. And I'm tired of guessing what your silence is hiding. Tired of loving a maybe unseen. If it's over, say it's over. If it's love, then let it show. I can't keep bleeding for a feeling that I'm never meant to know. Don't pretend if you love me. Don't act like you don't feel this too. If my name still lives in your heart, then say it like I'm saying it to you. Don't pretend if you need me. Don't leave me drowning in the dark. If you still hear me when you're lonely, then don't lie to me with a broken heart. I remember the nights when we were sure of us, when your laugh made the whole room shine. Now every little word feels carefully chosen, like you're trying to erase what was mine. And maybe I changed, and maybe I hurt you. Maybe I didn't always get it right. But love don't disappear in one single moment. It breaks in the space between the fights. If you're leaving, then leave me, but don't stay just to keep me close. I'd rather have the truth cut clearly than a lie I already know. Don't pretend if you love me. Don't act like you don't feel this too. If my name still lives in your heart, then say it like I'm saying it to you. Don't pretend if you need me. Don't leave me drowning in the dark. If you still hear me when you're lonely, then don't lie to me with a broken heart. I can take the truth, I can take the pain. I can take you saying we're not the same, but I can take the distance wearing your face. I can take a love that only stays in place. So look at me now. Don't hide behind fear. If there's anything left, say it clear. Don't pretend if you love me. Don't act like you don't feel this too. If my name still lives in your heart, then say it like I'm saying it to you. Don't pretend if you need me. Don't leave me drowning in the dark. If you still hear me when you're lonely, then don't lie to me with a broken heart.
pretend if you love me. Don't pretend if you love me. If you still hear me when you're lonely, don't pretend if you love me.
There's no hope left in loving you. No hope left in loving you. I tried everything I knew to do, and every road just led to losing you. There's no hope left in loving you. Gave my best and it wasn't enough. I gave my heart and it wasn't enough. I stayed too long and it wasn't enough. No matter what, it wasn't enough. I changed the way I talked, I changed the way I dreamed. I carried all your storms while hiding what I need. You kept moving further every step I took, and every time I reached for you, you slipped right through my hands. All I tried failed. All I tried failed. The late night calls, the long apologies. All I tried failed. All I tried failed. The tears I cried, the love I gave, everything failed. Remember that old apartment with the broken kitchen light? We used to sit there laughing till sunrise touched the blinds. I thought those days would save us. I thought those nights were real. Now they're just old photographs teaching me how heartbreak feels. How many chances can one heart survive? How many times can you watch love die? How many prayers can fall from your lips before you finally stop asking why? Too many, too many, too many nights alone. There's no hope left in loving you. I finally see the truth. The harder I tried to hold on, the more I pushed you away. There's no hope left in loving you. Not because I stopped caring, but because I gave you everything I had, and somehow still lost you. Everything I had, everything I had, and somehow still lost you. Everything I had, everything I had, oh, and somehow still lost you. The saddest part isn't losing you. It's knowing that if you came back tonight, I'd probably love you again. Even after all this pain, even after all this hurt, even after learning There's no hope left in loving you. There's no hope left in loving you, but there's still a part of me waiting, a foolish part, a lonely part, standing where you left me. There's no hope left in loving you, and maybe that's what breaks me, knowing my heart still runs toward you while you're running away. All I tried failed. The promises failed, the patience failed, the fighting failed, the waiting failed, everything failed. Everything failed. There's no hope left in loving you. I tried everything I knew to do. There's no hope I still can't get used to. I watched your name fade from my phone, but never from my mind. You stopped reaching for me long ago. I was just the last one to realize. Every excuse sounded beautiful, every silence sounded small. I kept finding reasons to stay when there were none at all. Remember that winter by the highway? You fell asleep against my shoulder and I thought, this is it. This is the person I'll grow old with. Funny how a single memory can keep a man alive for years, even after the person inside it is gone. You weren't coming back, you weren't changing your mind, you weren't fighting for us the way I was fighting every night. But hope is a dangerous thing when it wears your face. I kept loving you for nothing, for empty promises, for unread messages, for conversations I had alone. I kept loving you for nothing, for a future you already left behind, for a story only I was still writing, for a home that wasn't mine. The hardest part wasn't losing you. The hardest part was learning that someone can accept your love without ever planning to keep it. You took every piece I offered, the patience, the forgiveness, the understanding, and somehow I thanked you for breaking me slower. God knows I tried. I loved you through distance, through cold replies, through birthdays you forgot, through nights you disappeared. I loved you when you were uncertain, I loved you when you were cruel, I loved you when every sign said leave. And that's what hurts, not that you left, but that I stayed. I kept loving you for nothing, nothing but memories, nothing
this future.
If you ever hear this song, I don't want you to feel guilty. I just want you to know there was someone who chose you every single day, even on the days you stopped choosing them.
I kept loving you for nothing, and somehow that's the reason I can't hate you now, because real love doesn't disappear. It just sits quietly beside the wound, wondering why it wasn't enough. I kept loving you for nothing, until nothing was all I had left. You stopped reaching for me long ago. I was just the last one to realize. You stopped reaching for me long ago, and I kept loving you for nothing. For nothing.
You left when my hands were empty, when I was praying just to get by. I begged you to be a little patient. You turned away and didn't even try. It wasn't about the money, you know I would've made it someday. I was building my life in silence while you were slipping away. I told you hold on just a little longer. I told you love takes time to grow, but you wanted a man with proof in his pocket, not the one with a dream and hope. Now I'm rich and you want me back, and now you see the life you walked away from. Now your words sound sweet, but I know the truth. You don't miss me, you miss what I've become. And now I'm rich, and you call my name like I was always meant to wait here. But you left when I was nothing to show, and now you come back because your man broke down, and his love ain't enough to hold you now. I remember the nights I stayed up working while you said I was wasting my time. I had scars you never cared to notice. You only loved me when life looked fine. And now we can't give you what you wanted. Now it's broken, the shine is gone. Funny how people remember your number when the lights come back on. I gave you faith when I had no reason. I gave you dreams when I had no proof. You walked out chasing a better story. Now you want me to be your truth. Now I'm rich and you want me back. Now you see the life you walked away from.
You don't get to leave when it's hard and dark, and come back when I've been made. Now I'm rich, and you want me back. And now you see the life you walked away from. Now your words sound sweet, but I know the truth. You don't miss me, you miss what I've become. Now I'm rich, and you call my name like I was always meant to wait here. But you left when I was nothing to show, and now you come back because your man broke down, and his love ain't enough to hold you now. You left when I had nothing. Now you want me when I have everything. You left when I had nothing. Now you want me when I have everything. I don't believe in fate anymore, not after watching you walk away, while my hands were still reaching for yours, not after hearing you call it destiny, when all I could see was a choice. We were made for love, but you left it to fate. You stood at the edge of forever and let the wind decide, while I was building a home inside my heart for the rest of our lives. Tell me, how do you stop loving someone who felt like the answer to every prayer? How do you throw away forever like it was never really there? Because I tried,
God knows I tried.
I still take the long road past your street. Even though I know you're gone, I still keep your number in my phone. Like one day you'll remember where you belong. And maybe that's my curse. Remember that night in the car, the rain on the windows, your hand tangled in mine. You looked at me and said, no matter what happens, we'll find our way back. I built my future on those words. You forgot them, I didn't. Now they're all I have left. We were made for love, but you left it to fate. You called it timing, you called it destiny, you called it maybe someday. I called it fear, because love was standing right in front of us, breathing, ready, and you still let it slip away. Maybe that's what hurts the most. Not that you stopped loving me, but that you never fought for us. You watched the distance grow and folded your arms like there was nothing you could do. something you had already surrendered. And some nights I imagine a different ending. You stay, we get older, we laugh about the hard years. The pictures on the wall multiply. The empty side of the bed stays empty no more. And all these songs never need to be written. But then I wake up and the room is quiet again. Just me and the ghost of what could have been. We were made for love, but you left it to fate. And fate is a terrible place to leave two hearts that belong together. Because fate doesn't call, fate doesn't fight, fate doesn't stay. Love does. Love chooses. Love remains. So if anyone asks what happened, tell them this: two hearts found each other at exactly the right time, but only one of them stayed. We were made for love. You left it to fate, and I'm still paying for that choice. I don't believe in fate anymore. Not after watching you walk away, while my heart was still choosing you.
You called me when you felt lonely. You vanished when you felt alright. You held my hand in public places and left me crying every night. I gave you every honest answer. You gave me reasons, then excuses. I kept believing what you promised, while you kept teaching me to lose. How many times was I supposed to break before I learned my lesson? How many nights was I supposed to wait for someone never coming? I'm done with your kind of love.
Yeah, I'm really done.
Yeah, you're really done. I'm done chasing shadows, done being the only one.
Done being the only one.
You can keep your almost forever, your maybe and your someday. I'm done with your kind of love. Yeah, I'm really done.
Yeah, you're really done.
You love me just enough to keep me, not enough to make me stay. You always knew the words to save me, but never meant the words you'd say. And every tear I cried in secret was just another thing you wasted. I built a home inside your heart. You left the door unlocked and vacant. I used to think that losing you was something I could never survive. Now I know your empty promises and all the damage they became. I'm done with your kind of love, and I won't play that game. Won't play that game. Maybe one day you'll remember the person standing in the rain. Maybe one day you'll discover not everybody stays the same. Maybe one day you'll reach for me and finally understand the hands you let go of so easily won't be there again. Won't be there again. I'm done with your kind of love. Yeah, I'm really done. No more waiting by the window. No more hoping that you'll come. Hoping that you'll come. I finally chose myself this time. After all the tears I've cried, I'm done with your kind of love.
Done with your kind of love.
I'm done with your kind of love.
Done with your kind of love.
Yeah, I'm really done. Yeah, you're really done. You called me when you felt lonely.
I don't answer anymore.
Don't answer anymore. I don't answer anymore. Don't smile at me like nothing happened. Don't hold my hand if your heart's halfway gone. I can feel the distance when you stand near me, like you already left, but you're still hanging on. You say you care, but your eyes keep running, like you're too scared to say what you mean. And I'm tired of guessing what your silence is hiding. Tired of loving, maybe I'm seen. If it's over, say it's over. If it's love, then let it show. I can't keep bleeding for a feeling that I'm never meant to know. Don't pretend if you love me. Don't act like you don't feel this too. If my name still lives in your heart, then say it like I'm saying it to you. Don't pretend if you need me. Don't leave me drowning in the dark. If you still hear me when you're lonely, and don't lie to me with a broken heart. I remember the nights when we were sure of us, when your laugh made the whole room shine. Now every little word feels carefully chosen,
like you're trying to erase what was mine. And maybe I changed, and maybe I hurt you. Maybe I didn't always get it right. But love don't disappear in one single moment. It breaks in the space between the fights. If you're leaving, then leave me, but don't stay just to keep me close. I'd rather have the truth cut cleanly than a lie I already know. Don't pretend if you love me. Don't act like you don't feel this too. If my name still lives in your heart, then say it like I'm saying it to you. Don't pretend if you need me. Don't leave me drowning in the dark. If you still hear me when you're lonely, then don't lie to me with a broken heart. I can take the truth, I can take the pain, I can take you saying we're not the same, but I can't take the distance wearing your face. I can take a love that only stays in place. So look at me now, don't hide behind fear. If there's anything left, say it clear. Don't pretend if you love me. Don't act like you don't feel this too. If my name still lives in your heart, then say it like I'm saying it to you. Don't pretend if you need me. Don't leave me drowning in the dark. If you still hear me when you're lonely, then don't lie to me with a broken heart. Don't pretend if you love me. Don't let forever fall apart. If there's still a place for me in you, then don't hide it in the dark. Don't pretend if you love me. Don't pretend if you love me. If you still hear me when you're lonely, don't pretend if you love me. I saw your picture today. You were smiling the way you used to smile with me. The same eyes, the same laugh, the same happiness, just for somebody else. And I wish I could say I was okay, but my chest felt heavy the moment I realized you really moved on. While I'm still carrying pieces of us, like old letters I don't know how to throw away. You're already building new memories, new inside jokes, new plans, new dreams, with hands that used to hold mine. Tell me, how did you do it? How did you close the chapter so easily? 'Cause every page I turn still somehow leads back to you. You moved on like we never happened, and that's what broke me. Not that you found somebody new, but how easily you seem happy, like all those late night conversations, all those promises we made, all those moments that meant everything to me, were nothing more than past. said I'll always be here. Funny how forever can end without warning, without permission, without a goodbye worth believing. Now your side of the bed exists only in memory, and memory is a cruel place to live. Maybe that's the difference between us. You accepted the ending while I kept negotiating with it. You buried the story while I reread every chapter, looking for a different ending that was never there. I hate that I still defend you when people tell me I deserve better. I hate that I still miss you after everything. I hate that part of me still hopes you'll wake up one morning and realize what we lost. But deep down I know the truth is you already have. You just chose to keep walking. Because I carried our memories like they were treasures, while you carried them like they were luggage, something to set down the moment the journey was over. You moved on like we never happened, and I wish I could hate you for it, but all I ever wanted was for you to be happy. I just never thought your happiness would happen without me. I saw your picture today. You were smiling the way you used to smile with me. For the first time, I realized the person I miss doesn't miss me anymore.
Remember the nights we stayed up talking, bare feet on the floor, no need to pretend. We laughed like the world couldn't touch us. Now you act like I was just some dead end. I gave you my heart in the hardest season. You held it close, then you let it go. So tell me how the same love we lived in can vanish like it was never so.
How come love don't mean anything to you?
After all the good times we spent together, how come you can walk away so cold when you know
I loved you more
than ever? I'm standing here with my hands still shaking, trying not to fall apart. You say it's over like it's nothing, but it broke me right from the start. How come love don't mean nothing to you after all the good times we spent together? After all the promises we made at midnight, after all the storms we survived to weather, how come my tears don't reach you anymore? How come your heart got so much light? set it down like it was never real.
How come love don't mean anything to you?
After all the good times we spent together, I still see your shirt on the back of the chair, still hear your voice in the hallway wall, still reach for you in the dark, half awake, like old love can answer when I call. You said forever like you meant it. You said I'm not going anywhere. Now I'm talking to a room full of silence, and it's hard not to break right there. Say it if you know that pain. Say it if you love too hard. Say it if the one you held left you with a wounded heart. How come love don't mean anything to you? After all the good times
We spent together.
How come I'm the only one still lost?
How come I'm the only one still weathered?
Maybe I wasn't perfect. Maybe I made you tired. Maybe I said the wrong things when my heart was on fire. But love was,
Never nothing,
love was.
never small. So tell me how you walked away and didn't feel it all. How come love don't mean nothing to you?
After all the good times we spent together, after all the nights we swore we'd make it, after all the broken ways we tried to hold forever, how come you can leave like it was easy? How come I'm still here trying to heal? I know I have flaws, I know I made mistakes, but don't act like what we had was fake.
How come love don't mean anything to you?
After all the good times
We spent together. How come love don't mean anything to you?
after all the good times
We spent together.
You said my love changed, but I was still here, still calling your name, still swallowing fear. I know I had flaws, I know I made scars, but don't say it all died like it vanished in dark. You hurt me too, you know that you did, with the things left unsaid and the tears we both hid. I was not innocent, you were not clean. We both let the silence come between everything. And I've been waking up lonely with the truth in my chest, that love did not leave us, we left it to rest. Love didn't disappear.
just stopped holding it. We just let pride get loud and made a home for the fear.
Love didn't disappear.
No, it did not disappear.
No, it did not disappear.
We just stopped holding it. We just stopped holding it. I replay every fight like a song I can't change. How we both said I'm fine when we both felt the pain. You wanted more space.
Wanted more space.
I wanted to stay.
Wanted to stay.
And we both made it worse by pushing away. I'm not asking for blame.
I'm not asking for pride.
I'm not asking for pride.
I'm not asking for pride.
I'm just asking for truth for both of our sides. Yeah, if you love me at all, then you know what it means. That a heart can still break, even when it still dreams. So don't tell me it ended like the sun simply fell. Love was still in the room, it was hurting as well. He was reaching for us through the smoke and the noise, but we couldn't hear it over our own voices.
Was still in the room.
Love,
Was still in the room.
love was still in the room. Love didn't disappear. We just stopped holding it. We let the nights grow cold and called that the end. But I still feel it here in the cracks of my soul.
Love didn't disappear.
No, it did not 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 disappear.
We just stopped holding it.
Love didn't disappear.
Love didn't disappear.
Just stopped holding it.
Love didn't disappear.
Just stopped holding it.
Love didn't disappear.
Just stopped holding it.